Welcome everyone to the last day of cello class. I'm so glad you're here. I gotta go get a snack. I'll be right back. Here we go. Okay.
I'm wondering how you're going to eat a snack and play the cello at the same time.
I am not that talented. That is much too difficult. Much too difficult to do. But I'm glad you're all here. And um uh I figured I'd also take some requests. If there's any pieces you wanted to hear played, anything like that. Uh any I don't know, thoughts for like how to become any questions about how to become a professional cellist or even a professional cellist who eats ice cream while wearing a party hat. Um, Hit me. Oh yeah, I love it. Ivan's got a cool hat too. Lucy's got a hat. Yeah. All right, everybody. Let's see here. What was your favorite part of the? What was your favorite part of these last 13 weeks of cello time? And what can be improved?
More.
Oh, what did I hear? What? Did we need party hats more sooner in? Hi. Yeah. Yeah, you've been all fantastic and wonderful for being involved in this project. And I got involved because I was doing so much coaching with high school or cello sections, and middle school cello sections, and even some elementary school programs. And when I saw the schools close down on December 11th, I thought to myself, there's got to be some way to make, keep continuity going, to keep, something that I can do to help in this pandemic. And I'm glad y'all came. It's been really fun. I think,
Can you say,
yeah.
can you say more about what you do coaching in the schools?
Oh, yeah. Well, oftentimes when a student is sitting in a class, um, they can't necessarily hear themselves play, um, and so you can hear yourself a little bit, but you're also hearing everybody else, but you don't have necessarily the time to really sit down and make your part really great. And I'll often come in and I'll say, "Come on, all you cellists, come on, let's go find a place," and we go have a nice little coaching. And we work on the music involved, or sometimes we'll work on very specific kinds of like technical things. Like I'll point out something that's hanging everybody up, or a big chunk of people, and we'll sort of figure out like, oh well, what actually needs to be learned from a cello standpoint in order to play something really well. And yeah, we just work on that kind of thing. I'm generally engaged by the individual parent-teacher student associations who raise money for arts and music, and it's been fabulous. So I just when the schools closed down, I just sent out some emails to the local orchestra teachers with whom I worked, and I said, hey, I'm going to do this. And after a bit, it caught wind with the Seattle Times, and some of you are on the Seattle Times. Not listed necessarily as an individual person, but I think your picture might be on there from this class. We got popsicles. Who else is eating ice cream? I'm going with pistachio. Yeah? All right. So at this point, I'd like to offer up to, if you've ever had a piece that you wanted to hear played or want to put me through my paces, I figure I'll play something a little, whatever you ask for. I think I know pretty much everything. Well, I don't know everything. You might stump me.
Do you
Yeah, go
know
ahead.
City of Steel?
City of Steel?
Yeah, it's one
Okay.
that Mr. Ogle sent out for us to do. I don't like it very much.
Oh, you mean it's an actual orchestra piece called City of Steel?
Yeah, but there's a cello bit. I don't like the cello bit at all.
Oh, have you recorded it yet? When's it due? When do you need to have it recorded?
I've recorded it and sent it in. I just don't like the piece very much.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about City of Steel. It's not from a movie, right? Or is it from a specific?
Ellie, do you know? No.
Yeah, but Ellie, you also recorded it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's everybody eating this morning? What kind of treats are y'all having?
Pancakes.
Pancakes. Very good.
Reese's Puffs.
What is that, Ivan?
Reese's Puffs.
Oh, you must have been a very, very good boy.
I have a peanut butter, banana, peach, yogurt smoothie,
Wow.
and it's yummy.
Did you make it yourself?
I did.
Wow, that's impressive. That's really impressive. How about
I'm
other people?
I'm waiting for a kettle to boil, but because it's electric, it's super loud, so I'm sitting on the stairs while I wait.
That makes sense. How about you, Skylar? What are you chowing down right now?
I have green tea with honey.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yes.
That seems to be a real standard for singers too. Have you ever sung in a choir, or sung in a musical?
Um,
Like that?
at the church I went to, at the last place I lived, I was in the youth choir.
Yeah. By the way, I think being in a choir is an excellent musical thing to do. In addition to being in an orchestra, for instance, I did join the choir when I was your age, and I found that to be really fun and really excellent because you can just blend your voices so well, and you're getting specific words together, and it's a really great community. You get to be really close. If any of you decide to really involve yourselves in choral activities or join the choir, I think that's great. Of course, cello is the best instrument, as witnessed by the hat. Yeah. Well, let's see. Uh-oh. Whoa. I'm about to, I think I just lost my hat here. Hold on just a second. So those of you who are looking to sort of build your skills, and if you're looking for a trajectory of pieces to work on, maybe outside of school, one nice thing, one thing that you might get a kick out of, in addition to, well, we worked a little bit. Maybe some of you weren't around, but the most fabulous piece by Bach is this Prelude from the First Suite, and we worked on it just a little bit in class. But this might be a piece that I think a person as a beginner relative beginner, where you're just learning, you know, maybe getting into fourth position a little bit, is a good piece to start because you can get quite a distance in. And I'm going to play that, and then I'll give you some other sort of landmark pieces to play. So here is the Bach Suite Prelude from the G major Suite. Oh, thank you all very much. So the I usually move a little bit more, but my hat was about to fall off, so I just didn't want to move as much as I would normally do. This is a little crazy. I think this hat may fit some of you. If you would like to have it, since you all survived this fabulous thing, email me and let me know, and I could send it to you. Everybody would love a hat like this, right? The next thing is another piece that might be kind of cool to learn, though it's not maybe quite as famous, is to get into Beethoven. And you've heard about Beethoven. He didn't write very much for the cello. The only concerto he wrote was with violin and piano. It was like 3 instruments at the same time. And so it's like he almost didn't really trust the cello to handle it by itself. But he did write 5 cello sonatas, and this one from his middle period is kind of fun. It's the 3rd one, and it's probably the, how shall I put it, the most melodic. And so this is one that you might be able to play as well at the levels that you are. This is the Beethoven 3rd Sonata, Opus 69. First movement. It just opens with the cello, no piano. And then you wait for a little bit of piano, and then out how that went. We'll figure it out. There's music to it. Then, you know, there are lots of people writing cello concertos, but a lot of good first cello concerto, something that you might consider like, I think I could probably play this with my school orchestra, might be something like the Saint-Saëns concerto. This is Camille Saint-Saëns. He's a French composer, and he lived till like 1908 or something. He was very old. Or 1912. Super long time. He was in his 90s when he finally died. But this piece is fairly early. It's from about the 1870s, and it's like very, very passionate. And this is the Saint-Saëns. Saint-Saëns is how you spell it. Saint-Saëns is S-A-E-N-S. Okay? And his first name is Camille. Here's this. So, and that's sort of, it's like, thank you very much. Yeah, that piece is it's super fast because it's all triplets, da 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 da. But you'll notice that it's all in scale form. And then you go down. And there are very few concertos where you get to play the Jaws theme. And that's kind of a special one. So I think I'm going to go back to my quickly melting ice cream for a moment.
Mr. Hawkins.
Yeah.
I've had this little whale with an open mouth for like 3 years, and I don't know what to do with it. And I finally figured out that I can put my tea bag and honey spoon in it when I'm not using it. So now I'm quite happy.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a weird whale.
What's it for?
I think it's supposed to be for jewelry, but I don't have it.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So you got a blue whale. Yeah, that's great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, super. Neat. And now, how many of you are continuing on with orchestra in the fall? Everybody's going for it? Ivan doesn't know. Ivan. After all this work, Ivan, you're just going to hang up your shoes?
It's just that, I don't know. We don't know how bad it's going to be if school resumes in this fall with like COVID-19 and all that.
Oh yeah, none of us really know, but we're very optimistic, you know. And plus, you kids don't seem to get sick from it, so bonus, right? It's just that you have to go back to grandma. Maybe there'll be a situation where you go back to school, but then you get to hang out in a dorm, all with all your friends. And you just you don't even have to go see grandma, and you don't have to eat all, you know, like you can just have like the fun times with your friends in like you know, like a boarding school type situation. Yeah. And then you just stay safe and nobody, yeah. No? Nobody. Well, it's a thought anyway. I thought you'd think it was really fun.
Plus, on the weekends, I'd have to go back because my brother would argue, hey, how come she doesn't have to go to the swim meets, but I have to?
Oh, how much younger is that brother?
2. He's 2 years younger.
2 years younger. Well, who knows? Maybe he'll be going to that same boarding school.
Luckily, he's in a different school, so I don't have to be in a boarding school with him if that happened.
I'm sure they'd put all the siblings together in the same room too. You'd all have to get along. Oh, that'd be the worst, right? Ah, no.
I think if I had to live with my friends, by the end of it, I wouldn't be friends with them anymore.
Oh no, you wouldn't be closer friends if you were at a
No.
boarding school?
You
No,
get
because
sick of them.
I
Go
know
away.
all of my friends think way differently than I do. And
Mhm.
so if I wanted things this way, they wanted the other way. And
Mhm.
so it just wouldn't work out very well.
Yeah, we adults have that same problem. It's called social media. That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, so yeah, maybe I don't know. It's a kind of a weird time. I can't really say how school will work, or if it'll just be if you'll just go to school on like Mondays and Wednesdays or something. Or will they have a 6-day week where you'll go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And keep the schools closer, or maybe you'll just go to school in the morning, and then there'll be an afternoon school crew.
Well, I mean, I've heard them talking quite a bit about like a split week. So half the students go to school that day and half the students go to school the other days.
Yeah, yeah,
And then they just send home lots of homework.
yeah. One solution too would be just to mandate that the courses be smaller. The classes be smaller, and but they would need a
Like
whole
the
lot more.
hallways.
Mm-hmm.
The hallways would be very busy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, like if you could limit the class sizes to say 12 or 15. Think about how much you could learn with just a class of 12 to 15 students.
That's
And
true. This
and
is true.
you could cover the material so much faster.
Hmm.
And maybe having a split school might be kind of cool in a way. You could do other
But
things
then
like.
it'd be like if it was for coronavirus, and I don't think it'd work very well because all the students are so close in the hallways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I mean, I think it's a little bit more dangerous for the teachers. You know, of and mainly like if you were to take something back, if you were living with a grandparent or someone like that who might be a little bit more immunocompromised, that might be a little trickier. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting case. Oh, bless you, Ivan. I assume that's pollen, or maybe the feathers from my pirate hat that are coming off. I'm gonna put some back on. Uh, yeah, I would. Oh, I need to take that tag off too. Well, maybe I'll just keep it on. But I feel like so many of you have learned a lot and become much more comfortable with the cello, and it's been great having this community and working with you. Bless you as well, Skylar. Let's hope that Ivan didn't give it to Skylar from across many state lines. That would be kind of funny, like if you're looking at this whole thing in grid view. If you were in adjacent squares, could you give COVID to each other in adjacent squares? Oh, too close. Got to keep my social distancing. Let's see here. I'm going to go over this way. Yeah, I'm to get back to the real point. I'm super proud of you for working this into your schedule and trying out all the things that I wanted you to try out each morning, and hopefully the jump start artistically that it provided you. Many of you are taking lessons now, or taking lessons now from me. If you aren't, and if you're looking for a referral, or if you're interested in continuing on something like this, I would love to see it. It's really fun, and I feel like you are my young colleagues as well as my students, and it's been really wonderful. So I think with that, it's been fun. Unless you have any other things to share. Kudos on the party hat, Ivan. I think you win the prize. Right on. And Ayla, thanks so much for sharing your blue whale with us.
See, it's the most interesting thing that's happened to me this week.
Oh, that is great.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Yeah, super. And those of you who are doing other art forms like Skylar with your dance, I applaud you, and I hope that you keep us in the loop and keep me in the loop with your other artistic pursuits. It's really great to sort of see you all expanding and blossoming into young adults. So keep up the great work, and those of you who I will see soon, and get back to practicing you. All right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.